Well, good evening, race fans. Welcome to episode number two. It's not Happy Race Day today, it's Happy College Football Championship Day. Although I guess you could say it's race day because they're running the qualifying for the drillers over in the Chili Bowl. How's everybody doing?
We've already got our first question on the Facebook Live.
Well, that didn't take long.
They want to know who's going to freeze first today, Robert or Jen?
They're going
My
with
bet's
Robert.
Well, I don't know
because I'm on hotel internet.
Well, you're on hotel internet. Our second guest, Goddard, is at his shop on no Wi-Fi, and Chase is the same way. So we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. You get to talk to some fun people, and we'll have a blast anyways.
We have a ton of our fans watching online already. So, hey, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy non-race day. Happy race recap day, I guess. Super excited to be back again on Monday, and I think Mondays work well for everyone.
Yeah, this has been awesome.
We had a lot of great feedback on Monday. But Jen, do you even know what else is going on tonight besides our show?
Our show?
I mean, there's things happening.
That's all that matters.
Football games, really exciting football games.
Nope. Our show is the only thing that matters.
So as we all know, Jen lives in a racing
Jen?
world and nothing else. For the rest of us, that the college football, actually, it started just now. So everybody's sitting in front of their TV and watching us on the phone, which is fine with me. But hey, so first things first, before we get into all the madness of racing, let's get this out of the way. Robert, Ohio State or Alabama?
Well, first, I want to Brian Danford ask, is Chase King going to wear his own shirt? Well, I don't know, but I'm wearing his shirt today. So we'll see what goes from there. But I'm a Miami Hurricane fan, and going back to 2001, you can't root for OSU. They cheated us out of a championship, so it's Roll Tide tonight.
You are struggling, bud. Jen, you just got to pick the colors.
Okay, I'm going Roll Tide because of Tommy. We missed Tommy. Tommy was a huge Roll Tide fan, so I got to go Roll Tide. I didn't even know they were playing, but okay.
There you go. I don't know. I'm struggling. Like, on one hand, I'm a Gator, so I need the SEC to look good, right? If Bama wins, we all look better. And they're the powerhouse. But quite frankly, I just have this feeling that OSU is going to pull it off. I know my mom would be ecstatic. When she's not cheering for the Gators, she's an Ohio State fan. So I'm actually going to have to flip it on you and say Ohio State takes the win. Not even covers the spread, takes the win.
All right, so more important subject, Mom just reminded us that hockey is back Wednesday night. Let's go Bolts.
Ain't that the truth? Thank God. Did you watch the scrimmage?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's a true hockey fan. Like, the game starts on Wednesday, but there was a scrimmage a couple of days ago that we all watched, too.
Robert,
I'm a South Florida fan. I have to say go Panthers.
Yeah, you and all four other fans.
No, I will mute you right now. So back to racing. First things first, when we get into the racing world, let's talk about what's coming up this week. There's not a whole lot going on, but what is happening is pretty big. So, Robert, give us the rundown. Where's everything going this week?
417 Southern Speedway has the Southern Sprint Car Wing Sprint Shootout Series for 40 laps, Pro Trucks for 50 laps, Thunder Trucks 25, A Modifieds for 25, and the V8 Pure Stocks for 25. East Bay Raceway Park they start their Winter Nationals this weekend with the open wheel Modifieds, UMP Modifieds, and the Street Stocks are going to be starting the 16th through the 23rd over at East Bay. Volusia Speedway Park has the World of Outlaw late models going to be running this weekend. I think it's the 16th or the 15th, 16th, and 17th over at Volusia with the 602 late models. Citrus is closed for the weekend. Auburndale has their 2020 awards banquet this weekend, the championship banquet going on. And then Showtime Speedway is also closed this weekend, but then they have the big Speed Fest coming up next weekend. New Smyrna has their 2020 Drivers Award banquet this weekend, and then going over to the Dirt. Actually, Five Flags is closed until about mid-February. Then going over to Dirt, Hendry has their awards banquet this weekend. North Florida Speedway is closed. Bubba's is closed this weekend, and Alltech is also closed this weekend until their Winter National starts the week after next. So there's not a whole lot racing this weekend, but what is racing is going to be huge. So get out and support some local short tracks.
Yeah, I was talking to the dirt car guys when I was up at Livonia Speedway, I think it was. And they were all talking about how excited they were that they were moving the season opener for World of Outlaws back to Volusia. So that's going to be a huge deal, getting those guys back to kick off the season. And then on top of that, the start of Speed Weeks, or the start of Winter Nationals for that matter. Sorry about that. Winter Nationals over at East Bay is going to be big. And in non-Florida racing news, today was the first day of the Chili Bowl. Every day at 6 o'clock on Flow Racing, and you don't even have to pay for it. It's so wonderful. There's zero saltiness in that, I promise.
Right.
Well, that and
I love it.
Because we're the same. I mean, we're the same way. We like to keep the racing affordable for everybody. So go over and check out Flow Racing this weekend for the Chili Bowl. Not going to cost you money. Be able to go and watch that great racing without having to pay the extra for the pay-per-view is amazing, and we appreciate places like Flow and all those that do that. But getting over to the Winter Nationals over at East Bay, LJ Grimm's racing the sprint car for Dayton Andrews Dodge Saturday night down at 417, and then he starts, I guess, Sunday or Monday up at East Bay. He's got his dirt open wheel modified. He's going to be taking the Winter Nationals, and I think the first time he's going to have it out, he's going to see what he can do with the big boys.
Yeah.
Twisted Tea in hand.
Right. Is he getting a Twisted Tea
Probably.
sticker somewhere? Like, that needs to be on the car. If not, I'm going to challenge anybody who's at the race, bring a Twisted Tea sticker, stick it on his car, extra points if he doesn't notice.
Yeah.
And we got a bunch of people
Right, so-
jumping on. If you got any comments, let us know. Me and Jen will try to read them off. I have them here on a screen down in the bottom of my corner on my phone. But what a great weekend of racing this weekend over at Showtime Speedway with the $10,000 to win first leg of the Triple Crown. It was a good race, but to say that race was drama free, you'd be lying. I thought there was a couple times we were going to see a rematch of the Bennett LJ fight.
Right? Can we start off by congratulating Dylan Bigley? He pulled off pole position, looked so good in that new car, was so excited for him. Great job to that team for being able to pull off pole. And then we had tons of action between, where do we even want to start? Dunn and Cataldi. Dustin Dunn, Anthony Cataldi went at it quite a few times. I think that ended up with a black flag.
What about when the 21 was on top of Dylan Bigley's car?
Yeah, Jeremy Pate went up over the side of Dylan Bigley's brand new car, driver's side. That worried me for a minute. And then we had Gorham and Dorr.
On a new body.
Yeah,
I heard Dorr had a blast this weekend.
Did you hear that?
I did. I heard he pulled a Cole Trickle and hit everything except the pace car.
Yeah,
I was pretty sure there was going to be some point that a George Gorham was going to have Dorr about like LJ had Bennett.
George has calmed down though. I gotta give him props. Like in his old age, he's slowing down.
Well, yeah, because especially when I was told after the race that Melissa told him to go after him, and he said no.
Well, I think by default you're not allowed to be too mad at Dorr. I feel like if you make him mad, you don't get discounts. You get increases. You call for the parts that you broke, wrecking him, and he charges you double to get them. And Steve, if you decide to do that after this, I'll take a 10%
Do you think that matters? George is already banned from the Wheelman series. You really think that matters here?
No, not at all.
That was entertaining to watch. As far as fireworks, Showtime Speedway had tons of fireworks last weekend. Tons. All over.
Although you gotta admit, you even mentioned this last race, and Jen's smile touches both of her ears. Because somebody is a proud mama.
I'm a very proud race mama.
Well, not only I mean Michael Goddard won. I mean Colin Albman, which is another one of her race kids, had a really good third place finish.
Yes,
And a
and he
great
needed
battle
it because
between. Go ahead.
he had such bad luck at the Bigley race. He had a fast car, and then they had issues and broke, and he doesn't get to come down and race as much now that he's in college. So to see him come down and race so well, he had to go to the rear. He came back up through the field, ended up third. I was so proud of all the race kids because literally you couldn't have asked for a better night. Other than like, okay, Sergi broke a trailing arm. He was really fast, so that was disappointing. Dutilli ended up with a tire issue. Super disappointed for him. Atwell. I'm watching Atwell. He's up in the front of the pack, and then all of a sudden it looks like his car's on two wheels, and I guess they ended up breaking a sway bar. You know,
I
had
think
some
we'll
issue
find
with.
out when we interview Michael Goddard. We might know where that sway bar went.
We might know where the sway bar mount went, but yeah, it was a great weekend for me.
It definitely wasn't attached.
Jake Wilson said, "Let's give Austin Griffiths a nice shout out for filling in for me last week for the Triple Crown 100 at Showtime. He did a great job. Glad to see you finally got warm, Jennifer." Yeah, I froze. I froze a little bit.
I just want to I want to correct myself so we know we're right because we cover a lot of Wheelman events and everything. Actually, George is not banned from the series. He's been allowed to run Wheelman since the end of last season. He just hasn't chosen to. So I just want to clear the air, make sure I'm right on that. He's not banned from the Wheelman. George can run, so I misspoken on that. Just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Look at you spreading rumors.
Right? Good job, Robert. Thank you, John Chance, for correcting him. We love our officials.
Hey, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong.
Awesome. Yeah.
Roll Tide.
No, you're wrong. I can't wait to tell you you're wrong all night. I'm going to be texting you that you're wrong. Even if you're right, I'm still going to tell you you're wrong. It's irrelevant.
So, huge night for the Young Guns all over Florida last weekend. We had Chase King, one of our first guests, had his first win in the Pro Trucks at Auburndale. And then we had Michael Goddard, of course, winning the big 10K at Showtime. So, excited to talk to them both. Really excited for both of those guys and can't wait to see what they say.
And I'll tell you what.
Shout out
Go ahead,
to
Robert.
Cody Allen for winning the first day the open wheel modified race at Auburndale this year with our friends over at WAUC 102.1 The Outlaw. JJ and them sponsoring that class this year over in Auburndale Speedway. I think they have a 9-race series, and Cody Allen took the win there in a good open wheel modified race.
Well, Jen, you mentioned Chase, and Chase is sitting here staring at me. He doesn't know it, but he is. So let's take our first caution. That's going to bring us to the first break. When we come back, Chase is currently laughing. So this is going to be a really fun interview. It's the second time we've had him on. He's always good to talk to. And you know he's 3 different kinds of excited right now. So we're going to take a break, 60 seconds. We'll be right back. See you after the break.
With 24 flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, HTO keeps you cool. So, what's your flavor? And welcome back. And without further ado, we've got a certain fancy fellow who's got some new hardware sitting on the shelf. Mr. Chase King, how's it going, bud?
Doing wonderful. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. It's good to see you. So what's it like? I mean, I ain't felt it yet, so you got to tell me. Last time I was racing, I was sitting next to you until the end.
I'm telling you, I really can't tell you. I'm honestly still shaking over here thinking about it. It's just it's one of them deals, you dream of, and when it finally comes true, you almost don't know how to feel. It's almost like a dream.
And I watched a little bit of the highlights. You did not have an easy path, right? So I got to watch some in cars, watch a little bit, study up for what you did, and you did the unthinkable to take the lead because the queen of Auburndale herself got passed on the outside. How in the world did you pull that off?
That I tell you, I want to thank Mr. Jameson King for that because he got this truck right, and it was bad fast this weekend. But I do want to point out a thing real quick too. I want to thank Rex Guy because he said that his guy Joe, I don't know who Joe is, but he said he sprayed the outside, and I tell you that thing was there that night. And there's something about this truck, and it loves the outside. If it can run out there, it'll take it, go with it, and it did Saturday night, and I was sure glad. And I tell you, that even to do it against Becca Monopoly made it even sweeter, knowing how prestigious she is. And I tell you another thing too. I really want to thank her because we ran side by side for countless laps, and she ran me clean, and we did bump each other a few times. But like me and Dad were talking, you know who does it intentionally, and you know who doesn't. So when you know that they're not intentionally doing it, it makes it almost that much more fun because you know that each of y'all are running each other so hard that you're right on that thin line of being out of control.
Yeah, Becca's definitely one of those, and you laugh because in the trucks that there's not very many of them. But Becca is definitely one that you're comfortable with, right? You know, the guys like Becca, yourself. I'd put people like why am I blanking right now on my buddy
Brennan Pletcher.
Fletcher? Yeah, thank you. There's
Derek
definitely
Hugh.
a few that you can run with side by side, and they're gonna leave you alone, but they'll run you hard. And Robin's racing. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And in the trucks, I think they're built for it, right? They're sturdy. That they can take that beating and banging, which is what makes it so fun for the fans to watch. Yeah, you put on a hell of a show, man. It was great to watch.
Thank you. It was definitely one I won't ever forget. I'll tell you that.
So
Well, and
so
then
tell us
you
about
made it.
so tell us about running the outside at Auburndale because that's a track that it gets a bad rap for being one lane. And if the track's not prepped right, it's there's credibility to that statement, right? You know, you got to fight for the bottom. So on the nights when it is prepped right and you've got a car that can do it, what do you change when you move up to the outside there? Because it's not like the normal high bank tracks where you can just dive it in and hope it works.
It really, to me, what I've noticed, and it really works good with my driving style, I like to lift a little bit getting in the corner so you can pick up the gas harder and faster than somebody else would. And when you can run outside like that, obviously the outside or the inside car can't run up to the wall coming up off, so that kills all their drive and momentum that they carried through that corner. And these crate motors and all that, that's huge. And I knew when we were coming out last restart and they told us in tech that they were doing that cone rule, I told Dad, I said, I think we should go to the outside. I said, there's grip out there. And with these crate motors, I had a feeling it was going to work, and it worked in our favor.
Robert,
Brian Danforth said, "Stop giving away secrets."
I was gonna see who was gonna give him stuff for that, right? Like, you got to
Well,
tell people what you did without telling them everything.
Yeah, I
well, and
know.
then
That's
you're
good. That's
making
good.
you're making Brian proud tonight. You got the affordable screen printing shirt on and not your own shirt. So he asked earlier if you were going to be wearing it, but don't worry, Jen and I are representing you well with your shirts tonight. So a Chase King shirts are out there, but just Brian's got to be smiling ear to ear with a affordable screen print in the background with the trophy.
Yes, sir. And I tell you, I had a feeling that I would catch some crap for it if I wore my stuff between either him or Troy Care. So I thought, well, let me throw on the affordable shirt. And this is actually the shirt I raced in, believe it or not. Still ain't washed it yet. I don't know if I want to. I want to wash what it was. But and thank you, Robert, for wearing it. You look good in it, and we got plenty more. So if somebody wants one, I got Facebook. We got hats. We got koozies. We got the whole 9 yards.
And a little story on that. A little story. So I got a message on Facebook last week and it said, Miss Jen, what's your gate code? And I said, and I gave him the gate code and he's like, I came to bring you your hoodie. And I'm like, you're so sweet. It was going to be cold this weekend. I was able to wear it all night Saturday night at Showtime. And I told him that's why he won, because he brought me my hoodie.
You do realize.
Awesome thanks to you. So excited.
So you know, because he's obviously superstitious, that you are now required to wear that hoodie anytime he races. And if not, it is all your fault.
Yeah, a huge shout out to Affordable Screen Print because they made some awesome hoodies. That thing kept me warm at Showtime. And I was down there talking to David King and Joseph and all them. And, you know, we're excited for the late model race, but all of us were wondering how you were doing at Auburndale and hoping, you know, you had good luck. And then when we heard you won, it was just super exciting. You're such an amazing kid. Your whole family is awesome. And I cannot be more excited for you and your grandpa and your dad.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you. We do appreciate that.
Or anybody that wants to give Jen a hoodie, just message her and she'll send out her gate code.
Shut up, Robert.
It's terrifying.
I got it. If y'all want it, just let me know.
Oh, Lord. Dude, you're gonna get some dudes sliding in your
DMs. Tires, he'll give out the gate code.
Joe Winchell said, I'm sending Jen a case of hoodies. Send me some
She's
hoodies.
got the good luck. So we've talked a little bit about affordable screen print, but you got other people that are helping. So tell us a little bit about, you know, who's on the car, who's helping you out, and who's making sure it's fast for you.
Yes, sir. Obviously, you got Dad and Grandpa. They're out here. If we're racing that weekend, I mean, once we figure out that that's our schedule, that's what we plan. They're out here every night, and they're balls to the wall, working on this thing, making it fast. And you got. I want to really thank Tommy's Lawn Service, my Aunt Max and my Uncle Tommy. They've put a lot of support into us and truly can't thank them enough. They've done more than they probably should to get us to this point. And you got I had a Brandon Martin moment right there. First place auto sales.
Messed up.
Big Wayne, he's done a lot. I'm telling you, he's out there. If we're at Auburndale and he's not racing with Brandon, they're out there with us, giving us pointers and helping us make this thing even faster. Bernie's House Painting has done a lot for us. AMF Chassis, obviously, and Autotech Collision Center. All these guys, I'm telling you, they truly mean the world to us. And I hate to say this because we love each and one, you know, every one of them, but we still got room on this truck. So if anybody else wants to jump on, plenty of room for you. But the people that are on this truck right now, I'm glad to call them more than sponsors. I truly think of them as family. They do more than they should for us, and I think this past weekend showed it.
That's awesome, man.
And Chase, just so you know, a Rex guy just jumped on the live feed, so you want to give him a big shout out for that prep on the outside this weekend?
Right.
Yes, sir, Rex. I'm telling you, I think you got to do that every weekend because it was there and it made some good racing, and I would more than love to be able to do that again. Trust me.
So what's next for you, right? You get the win, you're going to sport the trophy in the background, but, you know, the adage of sports is, what have you done for me lately? What's next? Where are you going? Are you running the truck series? You're going to be down at 417? You're gone.
Yes, sir. Right now the plan is the 23rd to go back to Auburndale with a truck and hopefully maybe get lucky enough to get back-to-back wins there. As long as Rex preps the outside. I hope you heard that too. And then really this year we're mainly focusing on the Florida Pro Truck Series. We'd like to go at that and see what we can do with some of these big name guys like Bray Holmes and Beckham Monopoly and Brennan Pletcher, and see if we can't have a good couple races with them and see how that goes. And then I think right now we ain't too focused on it, but I think Dad was talking about throwing in a super race or two just for seat time and all that. You know, obviously you can run for 10 years and you still don't have enough seat time to be perfect. And it shows a lot in some people. And I think that's what Dad's main thing is. You know, it's only been a year since we started doing the big track stuff. So the more I can get in, the better it is. So, but mainly the Florida Series, we're really looking forward to that and hopefully having a good turnout for that this year.
Yeah,
We're a
that'll be
little
awesome.
biased, but we're gonna have to put in a word with your dad to get you the late model for the Bill Bigley Senior Memorial this year down at Punta Gorda.
That sounds good to me. If you can convince them, I'm all for it. I'm behind y'all 100%.
We got like 10 months to work on it, so we'll start working on that now.
We got time.
We got some comments I gotta read. Stephen Darling said a Brinson congratulating a king is something, and my mom responded, "Us Brinsons love this little king."
Well, thank you. I'm telling you, that's almost an accomplishment itself right there. I'm telling you, to hear that. But I do truly appreciate y'all's support and everything y'all have done for us. It means more to us than you could possibly imagine.
I mean, we appreciate you coming on the show.
Brian Danforth said, "Get all your political correctness out because a bench racing is going to be a little different interview."
Thank God.
I know. I'm a little excited for that.
I get yelled at every time I pull a beer out. Like I get text messages, "Put your beer away." No. Yeah,
I'm telling you, Dad's gonna get a little upset about this, and I know he's listening. But to deal with them too, I might need me a twisted tea with LJ Grimm or with you, Brandon, to get prepped for that one.
Just while you're on air with binge racing, have LJ pour you a twisted tea on camera. That would be the most gangster entrance ever.
That sounds good to me. We got to talk him into it, and hopefully I don't get my butt beat too bad when I get back home from Dad, but I think it'd be worth it.
You'll be fine. But hey, man, thanks for coming on the show. But it's been awesome having you on as always, and congratulations on pulling your first win. First of hopefully many more, and hopefully we'll get to see a few of those live on Sunshine State Racing because you're going to get them in the Truck Series, and we're going to be exclusive on it the whole year. So we're going to make sure that not only does everybody at the track see get a W, but everybody on Facebook and our fans get that W too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I want to thank y'all. Everything y'all have done. It's really, I think, y'all have taken the local short track racing back to the way it was when my Uncle Eddie and Grandpa were racing back in the day, and it's sparked. It's almost to the point to where back then, how you'd see it in the newspapers. I feel like y'all are helping it get back to that point, and we truly can't thank y'all enough for all the hard work y'all put into us and all the love and the support, and y'all truly mean the world to us.
Awesome. Well, thank you, man. We really appreciate that. But on that note, that's going to bring us to another caution. There's a certain somebody sitting in the screen right now who may have $10,000 in his pocket. Hopefully, so you get to put the trophy in the back. I swear, Michael, if you don't start just throwing money in the air, you've missed an opportunity. So we're going to take our next caution, and when we come back, we're going to have the one and only Michael Goddard. Thanks for coming on, Chase, and we'll see y'all soon.
Give me a few seconds to tell you about something extremely important about insurance. Have you ever thought about any of the following? Maybe paying off a mortgage, proper retirement that is non-taxable. What about final expense questions? Well, the Alliance with Candace Keeley has all the answers for all those mentioned. Call someone you can trust. Retirement-safe investments are extremely important to lock in now, especially with this important election we are facing. There is no better time, as crucial as now, to get the most out of these insurance benefits. The Alliance with Candace Keeley. Call 386-523-6335 for a free review.
And we are back after our second caution, and I know there is somebody who is already smiling, who is super excited for this next guest. So without further ado, I'm going to take a step back because I know Mama wants to start talking. Mike, how's it going, buddy?
Doing great, guys. Thank you guys for having me on.
Race mode
race mom mode. I'm so dang excited for you. I was really excited to talk to Chase because he is an amazing little race kid. I've been calling it all along that y'all would have big wins coming. So to have both of you guys on tonight, and I get to be kind of race mom and tell you how proud I am of you, like, this is huge for me. I'm so proud of you young guys. So
Thank you,
And the
thank you.
best part is
I like to
doing the
start
show
off
on
with
Monday.
oh yeah, a lot better than race day and first day of the morning. I kind of like that, but this mixes it up, catching them on prime time. But first thing I want to say is congratulations to Chase King and Jamie King, and thank you guys for letting him go first. He's doing it right. Gave some good ideas about the trophy and the car, and when the guys seen that, they let me come in the shop and do it in the shop instead of kicking me out. So I appreciate that one, Chase.
I'm not even gonna lie. I
But
saw you pop up on the screen, and all of a sudden you're sitting next to a car with a trophy, and I'm just like, "Atta boy."
right?
yeah, they seen that and they let me come in. They said they'd stop working for a little bit, so it's cool.
Aw. We love the Front Stretch Garage, guys. So let's talk for a few minutes about your luck, because what did you find in your grill in your airbox today?
There's more than that, but yeah, we found Atwell's sway bar arm in the front grill when we came here to go over everything. We knew we had to take the nose off because I had gotten the dusting done when we had a stack up going into one. But yeah, we found that, and then there was also a bolt broken on the seat. That was so I got lucky all around. It was a good turnaround for 3 races of bad luck to end the year last year. So just hope I didn't use it all up in one race.
Definitely. Your mama's watching. She said she is so very proud of you and love you so much. Chase King said Michael Goddard definitely has me beat on the background.
No, he's doing it right. I don't have a shirt on with my sponsor, so he's doing it right. I need to take more notes.
Well, hey,
Yeah, the only
we've
thing would
already
be better
figured
if Big
out.
Will was in the background. We need Big Will in the background throwing dollar bills around.
I think he can make that happen.
Well, we've already
Um,
figured out if you need luck, just send Jen a shirt. That's apparently how you get wins.
I had
Right.
to
Hoodie.
I had to shout out my
Nobody,
FLF
no,
buddy Tim Curry today. I've got his shirt on because he's been amazing to work with these guys, and he's also a personal friend of mine. So I had to give Tim Curry some love with the FLF shirt tonight.
yeah, he's helped us out a ton, and he really turned our program around when we first got this car and taught us everything about it. You don't learn it overnight, and you just gotta try one thing at a time, and it takes time and experience to learn your car. But he's definitely turned our operation around 180 degrees, and it was cool to see Steve have good speed. He was better than us, and we almost had a shot at a 1-2 finish for FLF, but um, that racing happens and things happen. And I was just happy to be able to hold it down for him and put FLF in victory lane.
And I
So,
feel like
Michael, let's talk
Showtime,
about.
I feel like Showtime is kind of your place right now because last year you had a big win there. This year you come out and you start 2021 with a $10,000 to win race. So how comfortable are you at that track?
I've been really comfortable there. Now it's just really hard racing, really tight. It's kind of been a little bit like you either get caught up in a wreck or I've been in checkers or wreckers pretty much. I've had some good runs there. My first time there, I set fast time and almost broke track record in the pro truck. So it just kind of came to me naturally. And my car has been best on these bull ring packages. I haven't shown the speed yet, the half miles, but FLF and Tim Curry has it dialed in for these quarter miles, and just hoping we can continue to grow and continue to show speed at Showtime. I'm happy that they got Speed Fest coming up and a lot of big races at this front quarter of the season. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Robert, you had a question?
Well, I was just going to ask him. I mean, you had took the lead in the race, and then Steve got by you, and you weren't leading for a while, and it was a while before you got back up front. Just walk us through the race. What was it like to have the lead for a while and then not have the lead? Were you saving your stuff, or were you worried you weren't going to get back up front? And then right there at the end with the green-white checkered, you and Nasty side by side. What was going through your mind during the end of that race?
Oh yeah, at the start of the race, we qualified 12th, but we knew we had a good car because we had a really consistent race car in practice. Never put any tires on all day, and just continued to go out, put more heat cycles on tires, and show the same speed. So I know I had a good car, but it it came in later, longer in the run. So in qualifying, we didn't get the heat in the tires like we needed to, and qualified back of the pack. And I had told my guys I was a little uncomfortable being back there, so I did push early. I did drive hard to try and get to the field. Um, but I knew we were pretty tight early on. Um, George had a really fast car, and he had caught me at one point, passed me for fifth. But the cone restart that Yoho started doing gave me the opportunity to go from sixth to restarting third, and I was able to work the bottom and start picking off some guys that did pass me back. And then I got an opportunity to restart uh, inside with Steve, and I was able to get by the 20 of Sergi. And then I noticed that I was running him down. I don't know if Steve was saving or whatnot, but I took advantage of it. Um, Went ahead and took the lead, and then I started managing my stuff. But I made a bad choice choosing the top. He got back by me, and I was pushing to try and get him back, and they were better. And it was disappointing, but you stay after it. You don't want to lose anything more. You want to keep staying where you're at or trying to be better and pick up spots. And um, I knew with those two up front that something could happen. I knew that they don't like each other, and I did call it on the radio, and we were just able to capitalize. And when we were sitting under yellow, and you got the 51 Stephen Nassie on the outside, he's one of the best in the business, and I have a great relationship with them. I look up to him a lot. I actually got to work for Jet Motorsports, in particular on the 51 car at the Derby, and so I knew he would give me a little respect. I didn't think he was going to do anything to me. I was just going to race as hard as I could, and I picked the bottom just because of the experience I had on the top the restart before, and then also watching Steve, he picked the top, and then George got by him on the bottom. I felt like there's a little bit more grip, and if you could stay with him getting into three, that you'd be able to clear him off of four. And we had two restarts like that, and both of them just worked out for me. And I can't be thankful enough for it all to work out the way it did.
You mentioned something there. We talked a little bit earlier about the race and how you felt about it, and one of the things that you just said kind of stood out of it's better to be lucky than good, right? You got a couple guys up in front of you, and you just sit there and bide your time and hope that they do something stupid. But I got to admit, and I told you this, that I sort of disagree with that. That in order to finish first, you got to finish. And you've done a really good job as I've watched you race of taking care of your stuff and not only finishing, but finishing with a clean race car, so you can go back and work on it to make it faster rather than going back to work on it to fix it.
Oh, 100%. I learned that lesson early on in pro trucks when I first got into it. I was tearing up stuff, and with racing, being on a smaller budget team, you gotta finish races, and you gotta finish on one piece if you want to race again. Or if you keep tearing stuff up, you'll be sitting on the sidelines, not racing, watching other people do what you love. So we've had a lot of bad luck, sometimes part failures and whatnot, but it was I'll stop. It was great to finish the race, not have any issues. Like we fought brake issues a lot throughout the season last year. Had great brakes all race, and it's nice to come out on the other end of that and get a win.
And there is no one on that track that's harder on themselves than Michael Goddard. I will tell you that. I don't know how many races we've all left, and we've all talked to him. Oh, there's Big Will. We've all talked to him, and we're like, Michael, have confidence, buddy, because you are doing great, and you're learning, and you haven't been in it that long. So we are constantly preaching confidence to him. And I feel like his team does a really good job trying to build up his confidence. And I feel like the addition of Troy DeCare has really helped. He's really given Michael a new look on it, I guess. A little bit of spunk, a little bit of attitude.
You're 100% right. I've had a couple people come up to me that aren't that close to me that noticed that, and that's been one of my biggest things, not only in race and in life. I've needed to have more confidence in myself, and working with Troy and you know just everybody, even people outside our circle, when more people tell me these things, and it helps me believe in myself, and it's cool to have all these people that believe in me, and um, just keep working to try to be better every day.
I gotta ask because Troy, it's funny, right? You talk about these guys that help you out, and they turn into friends, friends and family, basically. And you've been lucky enough to have Troy to be one of those guys who's not exactly a bad guy to have in your court. That being said, how many prank calls have you gotten?
None actually.
That is
I,
LJ.
I'm
Fix it.
thankful. I did have one guy's number that I didn't have saved call me, and he joked around about me driving modified, but nah, it was a buddy of mine that I've been helping out. I just had a new phone, so I didn't have the number saved, but nothing so
Well,
far.
we seen Big Will walk by behind you, part of the crew, and just gotta ask, your crew is probably one of the most diverse pit crews there is, with a being all serious and then the laid back and joking around. I mean, you have your dad and Bill who are constantly serious on everything, and then you have Bubba who's learning the sport and always right there in your ear telling you you're doing a good job. And then you have Keith and Big Will who are the big jokesters. What's it like to have a crew like that you can go from totally serious to the biggest joking crew you can have? What's it like to have all of them guys around to just keep you going?
I think that's what it takes. You got to have that balance of personalities on your team to keep it around and lasting as long as it does. If everybody's jokesters, you're not you're not really I don't know the word I'm looking for, but if you got everybody serious, you'll lead to button heads. So I think that helps keep everything balanced, and everybody has a good time. Will puts a smile on a lot of people's faces, including on Facebook Lives and whatnot. But no, it's just what it takes to. And I'm thankful that we have a great group of guys. Got guy, got to thank the wives as well for allowing these guys to come out every night and hang out in the shop and stay out late. Um, so I'm blessed to have this group of guys around me, and I'm thankful for my dad. He comes out here bust tail every night, and he ain't driving anything. So it's awesome.
And how
Well, before
cool
we
that
let you,
Ralph. Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done. How about Ralph? It was so exciting that Ralph was there Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm beyond thankful. We didn't tell a lot of people this, but my grandpa had a stroke on Christmas Day, and we kept it in close. Didn't really tell a lot of people, and we were blessed that he was able to get to the doctors in time, and he was in good health. I went and spent lunch with him at the hospital, and he was talking, a little lispy and whatnot, but he was there, and that's all that matters. And then for him to feel a lot better these past couple weeks and be able to make it at the track and see that race, that's why I dedicated that win to him, and I'm thankful he was there to witness it.
I just have a couple more things. One, Joe Winchell said, "Hey, with that 10 stack, you think you could pay for my Sportsman windshield you broke with your foot climbing in my car?" Inside joke. I don't think many people know about that.
I was there for that.
Uh,
So we'll move on.
I need to have Tim adjust how he does those wraparound windshields, so that's not the only one I've broke.
Right. Blame Tim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's
gonna
his
put this
fault.
on FLF. So Cody wants to know, who is the one person who stands out that you outran at Showtime?
Call him out.
Of course, Stephen Massey. One of the best in the business. If you ask me, he's a snowflake and a snowball derby champion. So I'd have to say him without a doubt, but there's a lot of them. And to beat guys like Jesse Tilly, I mean, he was off his game, so I can't claim that much. He had a tire go down. I've had that happen to me before, so I know what it's like. But to race with a group of guys that good, it it's a lot of fun. I look forward to those races that have a lot of guys. I don't get to go travel a lot, so I don't get to see guys like Jeremy Pate or Bubba Pollard, or um, there's a lot of the Casey Rodericks, Kyle Platts. There are a lot of people in Southern Super Series and around this nation that are really, really great super late model drivers. So it's cool to race against some big names, and I'm really looking forward to Speedfest next weekend. Hoping a lot of big names can come down and race at our local track, and then also hoping that we can keep running good, keep the car in one piece, and hopefully go ahead and travel to some of these bigger races and try to show some speed with the big dogs, and compete for races like the Rattler, or go into a Hickory for the throwback race, or something that's manageable where we can leave, taking one extra day off of work instead of having to take like a week off of work. But it means a lot.
And let's talk about one of my race kids, Brandon Wilkinson, was actually able to come down for this race. So how cool was that for Brandon to be able to be on the radio with you guys?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I met him through iRacing a couple of years ago, and we've always meshed really good. We work together on setups and whatnot, and he's actually doing big things. He loves racing, but didn't have the money or the support to get in behind the wheel, so he jumped in as a spotter, and he actually signed with RCR and is hitting a couple other races, goes to the road courses, goes to Indy tracks that require multiple spotters right now, but he's going to be up there doing a full-time gig one day, and I know it. He's the real deal when it comes to spotting, and I enjoy having him down here with me. You don't get to do it much because he's got full-time gigs throughout the year, so we caught him while it was season was down and whatnot, and we had a good time. I think with him on the radio and the relationship we got, it keeps me calmer in the car, and it was able to put my spotter, who's a mix of a spotter and a coach for me. He's a racer as well, so Bill Van Dever, he notices other things that other spotters don't see that he can give me feedback on, and I can adjust. But it allowed him to focus on other stuff that's going on with the race, whether cars are moving to a different lane because they're finding grip, finding speed, or anything like that. So it allowed him to focus on coaching, and Brandon just to focus on spotting.
So you had the opportunity. You got Speedfest in next weekend, or weekend after next, and after that you're going to race Chris Turner's Sportsman in the Frostbite. If your luck stays true, you could win $30,000 by the end of January.
Don't jinx him.
I'm knocking on wood for you.
Oh,
I can't even dream that big. Just go out and race and have fun. Where it falls, it falls. At the end of the day, I'm just there to have fun. I'm there to win. I'm also trying to have fun, enjoy it. I'm not be racing forever. I'm not be racing with my dad and everything forever. So I'm gonna enjoy it. And practice days, we focus on trying to get the car as good as possible, and working on feedback, dialing it in. We've been doing really good with our note taking and data acquisition, and I feel like that's what stepped up our program. So I'm confident right now. Hopefully we can get the car better. We needed to be a tick better for this past Showtime race, but it ended up working out. And I know that when it comes time for Speedfest, there's going to be some big names, and they're going to be on top of their game. I mean, you can hear guys already renting the track out for the whole week. So I know that everybody's going to be bringing their A game, and I'm looking forward to it. And then with the Sportsman, it's a different deal. They're all momentum, low motor, and it's a different kind of racing. I've watched a lot of wheelman races. It's really hard to pass. So track position is really important. And but it is 200 laps, and from what I know in the past, this race is one set of tires, so you got to be able to save your stuff and manage that as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've had a lot of guys reach out, and I'm really thankful for all the people that have reached out, and even some Sportsman guys that have reached out to help out. And I'm really looking forward to the opportunity. I can't thank Chris Turner enough for letting me drive the car, of course. It's been cool. It's been cool working with him and trying to get him better. He's been retired for a while till last year. He was one spot short of a championship last year. So we've been working hard to try and bring him back up to speed. He almost set fast time in the last race, just didn't have the speed for the race run. So that's hopefully we can find that for the car and give him a car back that's better than what he had.
And that's another FLF car.
Your crew's on Facebook saying, hey, you got the Front Stretch Garage mascot, Jobu, in the background getting some airtime tonight. And you guys like to have fun with what you're doing, but you gotta just to aggravate Big Will just for Tommy Steyer, you gotta give us a roll tide for the championship game tonight, right?
No. Don't do it.
And sorry, he can beat me up. He's bigger.
Yeah.
So let's go into thanking the people that help you, your sponsors, and the people on board. We already talked about the people that help you, so let's talk about sponsors.
Yeah, I can't thank National Roofing enough. You know, my grandpa for believing in me and supporting me all the time. Exterior service, and landscaping and tree service with Chris Huntoon. He believed in me and he seen what I had, and we started helping him out last year, and he jumped on board to support us in the super afterwards, and he's been a great supporter of mine for the past couple of years. Um, FLF Race Cars and Tim Curry. You know, he's helped us out a lot throughout the past 3 years. You know, we've knocked the clip off this car, and he put it back. And I'm pretty sure it's been better since we put that other clip on. So he he's he's believed in me since the start, and I can't thank him enough. Tyler Rory, Rocket Fabrication and Suspension. You know, he does my shock work. A lot of people kind of mistake the TDC shocks thing for my super stuff, and Tyler's the original builder of my shocks, and I a lot of the stuff we know with my shocks is from Tyler. Me and Troy with TDC shocks have started kind of tweaking and trying to find more. You know, that's just part of it. But at the end of the day, Tyler is the one that came up with the thing that's on the package that's on the car. And you know, I know some people kind of misinterpret that, but I can't thank those guys enough. PFC Brakes, you know, Chris Dilbeck has been a good supporter of mine past year, and you know, he's helped us with some issues. Like I said, we fought a lot of brake issues last year, and I reached out to him, talked to him for a good bit, and he even bounced some ideas off of me, and it's helped make the car better. So, um, just and Progressive Racing Engines, Steve at Progressive's taking care of us, good care of us the past 4 years. I've been in late models. Actually, he took care of my dad when he raced limited, so we've had a good relationship with him for probably about 10 years plus, and he's always helped us stay on top of our game. Then to get into the crew and everybody, my dad, Bill Van Devender, Troy DeCare, Will Patterson, Todd Anderson, Donald Hogan. He says he's too old to come help out, but that is the hardest working 65-year-old you'll ever meet. You know, he outworks everybody I've ever seen him be around. There's a couple times I'll go do something, he'll pull the wrenches out of my hand and get to work. But we missed him this weekend, and he texted me after the race saying he doesn't think he's going to be showing up anymore after that big win. He thinks he's bad luck, but we want you to come out to the next one. We want you to come out to the next one, Hogan. And then Ryan Pancos, you know, we just got some brand new ProFab headers this year. You know, we're looking to go the half mile to try and get that extra horsepower. And nobody here knows how to TIG weld. We only MIG weld around here usually. So he came over, hooked us up, and put the exhaust in his car the night before we loaded it up. You know, so I can't thank him enough for stepping up and helping out, and then also coming up and supporting me this weekend. It was cool to have a new guy on board helping out, and hopefully he comes out to more races and helps out going down the road. Um, my buddy Keith coming up to support me, Bubba Van Devender, little wheel man over here. He's been doing a great job. He's racing next weekend, so we're actually fast shining his car right now, trying to get it ready. Um, Lori Goddard, I know Lori, if it wasn't for her, I would have never got into racing or had the opportunity to start racing. And then also the sacrifices she and all the other wives on the team make to let the guys come in the shop every night and live a life. You know, I know she's sometimes wishes we'd be home more, but you know, because she makes those sacrifices, that's why we compete the way we do and race as much as we race. And I can't thank her enough. I know I don't enough, and I hope she just understands how much I appreciate her. My mom and stepdad for tuning in and watching me, even though they can't make it to the races most of the time. But I know I understand, and they always tune into your live feed, Jen, and they always, you know, if there's PPV, they're always watching and support me, and I can't thank them enough. Um, and then of course my racing family, you guys and everybody else that supports me and reaches out to me, I can't thank them enough. If it wasn't for the support, I I wouldn't be where I'm at. That's the truth. You know, it really means a lot. It really helps me with my confidence, and it is what helps me get out in the shop and want to do this every day.
Well, we're so proud of you, Michael, and I've told you the big win's coming. I'm so proud of that entire team. I'm so thankful to know you guys and be a part of the race family. And thank you so much for taking time and telling the guys to stop working long enough to have you on.
Thank you guys. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. I don't mean it, but thank you guys for having me on. It's always a good time. I gotta keep working on the interview skills. So I get more nervous for these than I do for racing. So thank you guys.
Awesome. We'll keep winning, and you're going to do a few more of them, Bud. And now go make sure Bub wins the next one.
Thank you guys. Y'all have a good night.
You too, man.
We'll see y'all at 417 this weekend. Have a good night.
And then just everybody, a couple people asked where is Speedfest gonna? Speedfest is gonna be at Showtime Speedway this year. I think it's the 22nd and 23rd this month. So that's Michael's next race will be at Speedfest at Showtime Speedway. But the team from Front Stretch Garage will be at Punta Gorda this weekend with Bubba in the Bomber race.
And then don't forget the 30th, we have the Frostbite. That is going to be our biggest race of the month. We're so looking forward to that. 200 laps of exciting racing down at 417. Friday night after party. It's just going to be a great time. And don't forget, we got Bubba Pollard racing that race with a ton of late model guys. So it's going to be an awesome show.
And not only is Bubba going to be there, but I'm going to let the cat out of the bag that we got a new announcer. We love Jen, and we're going to give Jen the wireless mic so she can do what she loves best, and she can go play with drivers and talk to fans and do all that fun stuff. But how about Jake Wilson, right? We got Jake coming on. He's going to be with us the 23rd and the 30th for the Frostbite, and hopefully a lot more coming up. So we're making these broadcasts big. We're doing the best we can for you guys. If there's any sponsors out there, y'all want some advertising, make sure you reach out. There's plenty of room. Unlike a truck, I can play videos for days. So y'all let us know, and we're looking forward. But that's going to wrap it up. That's another week 2. 2 big-time drivers come on after some wins this week, and I'm looking forward to next week to see what we can pull off.
I love the Monday night show. The recap's a lot better than the get ready for Saturday racing.
I agree. And we have so many awesome young guns in the sport that it's going to be really fun to watch them all year long.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun year. I'm excited. But thank you guys for tuning in. It was awesome again. Can't wait to do this next week and for the rest of the year. This is kind of our plan. And it's going to be the 23rd and the 30th at 417 for us for this month. So tune in. Make sure you hit like and share. And we will see y'all next Monday.
Roll Tide.
See ya.